So you live now?
Definitely couldn't.
You didn't even say nothing. How long we?
1, 2, 3, go.
You said it after I sang that. I'm curious. We sang that. I'm curious shit. So.
Oh, and why is you
I'm
not
curious.
going to the thing?
Why am I going to what thing?
For the what the fuck, Chuck?
Man, that's so
Talk
funny.
about that shit.
Oh, there it is. All right, cool. Alicia sent a link. You stupid. Alright. Good evening, good people.
Well, good afternoon.
Cherry grass and
Bum
whatever to
Buzzy.
y'all, man.
Cherry grass? What's cherry grass?
I don't know.
Yes. Okay. I'm trying to get the music to play, but as with most of our shows, there are some technical difficulties, and I came in here. Yeah, that's a theme
We
song
should have
this
been
evening.
singing this all. I know what's on my mind. I'm curious.
Oh. Coco ready to fight. See, we
Oh,
don't have
Addison.
See, there we go. We over here tripping already. Who we got watching us? Flicker.
Roderick.
What up, Rod?
Got
Alright.
Vincent
Vincent.
Vincent. Hey, Vincent.
Kilgore.
Kilgore.
Oh, what up,
Big
Bo?
Bo.
Hey, Bo.
Kevin.
Big Bo.
Yeah,
Big
that-
Bo.
Who?
Kevin.
Calvin Smith.
Oh,
Calvin.
Calvin.
What up,
Hey,
man?
Calvin.
That's Kelvin. Yeah, that's the homie from Nashville. What up, Kelvin? Hey, everybody that's watching now, if you could like and share the video. Big brother Ron, I see you out there,
Oh,
homie.
Ronald.
Yeah, go like and share the
And
video,
them
please, so we can
Snotty
get some folks.
whiplash.
And I'm sorry about the lack of music. My computer decided it wanted to do what it wanted to do and not what I wanted it to do.
We'll
So,
sing the theme song. I'm curious.
Ow.
What knows on your mind?
Right.
Curious. Hey. Y'all ain't even backing me up, man.
Yeah.
I was doing the
He
beat.
was doing the beat.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I backed out.
Okay.
Alright, so anyway.
You got Lee Mosley.
I am
Hey,
your
Lee Mosley.
Sonny Mo.
co-host. Sonny Mo, what up? Vincent Phipps, what's going on, man?
Hey, Mr.
Alright,
Phipps.
for those of you out here who don't know us, I am your co-host, the one and only Chuck Beard, the anti-thug, Mr. Appropriately Inappropriate. I can't think of nothing else right
What is
now.
the anti-thug?
I don't know the opposite of a thug.
You don't even sound like a thug.
Yeah, exactly. I'm an anti-thug. I'm the opposite. I'm
That nigga a thug all day. I don't know what this world's gonna bring.
baby, cause
But I know one thing. That this is a life for me. Baby, cause I'm a thug.
all day, every day.
Baby, cause I'm a thug.
Y'all stupid.
What's up, Arnetta? Okay, so to my right, I have the queen, aka Miss Nicole herself. Royalty is in the building. Hey, and she got down on some macaroni and cheese today, and this. Oh yeah.
I wasn't doing that for that. No. I was getting myself ready.
Somebody
Sorry,
did-
Queen. That macaroni
Somebody
cheese was
didn't like
good.
the macaroni and cheese.
No, that shit was good as
You gonna be
hell.
getting no
Whatever,
They
dude.
gonna pay it
Whatever.
And then
It really wasn't for that, y'all. I'm sorry.
and to the far right, we got the candy man himself, the noble, aka Mr. Anton Birch.
Man, I lost my hat somewhere. I think it's in the hat car. What's up, party people? I'm not messing with this young man to my left.
Yes, it's okay though. Look, you ain't gotta mess with me. If you have never watched the show before, I do a segment at the beginning of the show called "What the Fuck, Chuck?"
I hope you lost that shit.
Where no, I did not lose it. I
you
did
know
not
about
lose it.
I don't know shit about it.
No, nobody knows anything about this. So I find crazy stuff on the internet, and then I have to share it with y'all via this
It's
About
actually
Time
his
show.
job. That's what he does for a living.
You find crazy shit. That ain't gonna be shit.
Alright.
Worse than TMZ.
Well, okay. First and foremost, let me say this because I got two of them this evening. First,
Oh, man,
I don't know if
women.
y'all have ever gone parasailing, but my first time parasailing was on Friday morning, Friday afternoon, right? So, we on the boat, the water is real choppy or whatever, and we sitting there, me and Felicia, waiting to go, holding on to the little parachute thing, right? The dude was like, "Are you ready?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And the second he said that, we 10 feet up in the air. I'm like, "Oh,
Yeah.
yeah." Within seconds, like literally.
Wow.
We
It
just
sounds fun.
You ain't had
Oh,
no
it was
droppings.
fun, but
You
it
ain't had
was-
no droppings coming out the back.
Man, I almost did. It was one of them oh shit moments though. But before I,
Literally.
yeah. All right. So the second one, I just had to get that out off my chest. The second one though is an article that I read. Okay, this comes from the Daily Mail, right? And this is the headline. I'm gonna read the headline, maybe a little bit about the article. It says, "Man who accidentally fired a gun into his shotgun into his lover's vagina, leaving her with a catastrophic injury while he was fulfilling her sexual fantasy, is jailed for 10 years."
No, my goodness. He don't need to be in jail.
I'm gonna
Is
read
she
it
dead?
again. No, she survived.
She need to be in jail.
She wanted it. Like, that was her fantasy, is to have somebody, like, she wanted to have a
that's-
gun stuck up
You
in
remember
her.
what was the
Oh, I
reality
thought she
show
wanted
about?
to shot it in a.
That's like
I just want to
suicide.
shut a gun shot up in my pussy.
That's suicide.
Well,
She
it's
should
not
be-
like it's never- I've
if
never
not
done
in
it
jail,
before.
She should be in a mental hospital. You can't blame that man.
Hey, man.
Well, no, what it was is she wanted to be, I guess, screwed by the gun itself.
Well, she
His
wants the
finger
barrel.
accidentally hit the trigger,
And
and
he
that's
got
when
happy.
pop.
I mean, but what do you expect?
He got happy.
I mean,
He was like, oh shit, God.
She need
Oh.
to be locked up in a mental hospital.
he's
somewhere.
locked up for 10 years. It said David Jeffers, 47, met with a woman in the Britannia Hotel in Manchester in January. It does not say.
Manchester.
I don't know.
I-
As part of a planned sexual fantasy, he inserted a shotgun into her vagina.
No,
A shotgun.
You
But he
go, baby.
accidentally pressed
no,
the
ain't
trigger.
no accident to it. Like,
I believe he accidentally pressed
He
the
got
trigger.
happy. She was probably going to fuck off. He was throwing that mug up in there. Oh.
Yeah. Anyway, so
And he had his hand in the wrong goddamn position.
yeah, pow. And so he was jailed
Run to the
today
head.
for
Now you know he
possession
dead.
of a firearm with intent to
Right.
endanger life. But he fled from the scene when it happened.
what do you? Okay, I guess I would
Right.
too.
Yeah, I'm gonna
How,
run too.
how me explain this? That's
I shot a girl in the pussy.
How am I gonna explain this?
What kind of
That's-
fetish is that, sir?
I don't know.
She
We
wanted,
gotta talk
she
to
wanted a gun in her pussy.
Man, but what do you say with
You
this something
can't.
like that? Like, I mean, and
Yeah, I
then,
think I'd
okay,
run too.
him getting 10 years, y'all think that's excessive? Or is that about right?
Man.
No,
That's
that
fucked
was
up.
excessive. I think she should have got something too. Like she should have been penalized for being stupid.
She didn't want to be penalized. She wanted that gun up her butt. That was her penalty.
I mean, I don't know. That's just.
I mean, you know, it's what do you say to that though? Like, is it? She wanted to get. She
Right,
asked
it's a
for
gun.
it.
Yeah, boo, it's a gun.
Who accepts the consequences
Well,
for that?
she wanted to feel that eyesight at the top of the
Why
barrel.
and who put this in your head and what did you come up with to say I want a gun?
She wanted to feel that eyesight that's at the top of the barrel. Rub
The
with
little
this-
thing that
Yeah, rub with
you
just
know.
a clit or something. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to help her out. You know, just like I've been saying, man, people's fetishes out here, man, you'll be surprised.
I mean, there's some crazy people in this world, but a gun. I mean, and then
She should
Like
be
I
in the
said,
mental hospital.
She wanted that sight.
who didn't take the time to figure out if the shotgun was loaded or unloaded?
He forgot. He was getting happy.
No.
And he probably jerking it. He probably shucking his corn at the same time, and that's what happened.
Wow.
Oh, wrong hand.
Pull the wrong trigger.
Yeah. and it was coming in at the same time when that shit went on. He used the wrong head. Oh God! Oh,
He was coming and running.
yeah, running with the knife like motherfucking Lionel Richie said. Playing in the shadows, just you and I. He's running with the knife.
Oh man. Okay, so that's my what the fuck Chuck's plural for this evening.
You never cease to amaze me with this bullshit you come up with.
Man, I didn't think it. A lot of this stuff that I come across, I didn't think was possible at all.
Yeah.
But
What do you be like? How do you go into one and then go into another crazy story? Or do you type in? Do you search for this shit?
That's what I'm saying.
It just
One with a
pops up.
shotgun in a pussy.
Right? Like, how do you come across some shit like that? I shot her in the pussy.
Yeah. That nigga be a rapper next.
Man, I don't. It popped up on my timeline. That's all I know. Like I
Wait a
was
minute.
scrolling through,
You like
and
some
it popped up
You
on my
scrolling?
shit.
That's not a good
You done
word
like
to
some
use
freaky
right
ass
now.
shit. What page you done like? Freaky Deaky Giles or some shit?
No,
No.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't know how it pops up. Like, I don't know. I got crazy, weird friends, I guess. Anyway. It's been a bunch of stuff going on in the news that we got to.
I'm not gonna talk about all this, man.
We gotta get off of our chest. We gotta get into it. Put our spin on things. Okay. First and foremost, I'm gonna lead off with this, and I'm not sure if they or if people really understand the whole all the implications behind this story. Anyway, however, Paul Manafort, 45's former campaign chief, campaign manager, his home was raided by the FBI this week.
I'm gonna be fresh as hell with the feds watching. I'm gonna be fresh as hell with the feds watching.
And it was at the behest of Special Prosecutor Robert Mueller. However, the only way that you can get a warrant to run up in somebody's house from the FBI is it has to go through a federal judge, right? Which means that there has to be some type of criminal activity in that person's home that the judge is willing to sign off for a search warrant for.
Tomorrow, look, man. I've been saying this since the get-go, and people wonder why Trump ain't released his tax documents. Because this shit, I'm sure they goddamn shit over in Russia
Yeah.
and his goddamn properties. You gonna be fresh as hell when the feds watching them.
Dude, the people that help him build all the Trump buildings are Russian corporations.
Yeah, I know.
Or corporations
man, look,
owned by Russian oligarchs.
People really don't understand that, man.
No.
This dude is, oh man, I feel my arms jumping. I don't need to talk about that. Blood pressure getting up, man. Y'all talking about, I said his name, 45.
So, anyway.
Yes, sir.
We gonna, I'm gonna bring it back to Paul Manafort, right? And if you notice, anytime Robert Mueller starts getting closer to 45 and impeachment proceedings and things like that, we get closer and closer to war.
Yeah,
That being said, he's issued threats to North Korea.
If he don't know shit else, he know how not to get his ass put up out of that mother.
Yeah, the only way you can not impeach a sitting president, said it before, I'm probably going to have to say it a whole bunch more times. The only way you can not impeach a sitting president is if we are at war. So the only way that 45 is going to stay in office, from the looks of things right now, is if we go to war. And that's some bullshit. Because he's actively trying to get us into war. Right.
Well,
Alright. Second thing, and this is kind of on a somber note. R.I.P. to Mike Brown. Y'all remember Ferguson, Missouri? Mike Brown was murdered on the 10th of August, 2014. So it's been a little bit over 3 years. 3 years and like 3 days, basically. So we just want to say I can send our condolences out to Mike Brown's family. big FU middle finger to the Justice Department, who decided not to prosecute in the case, even though we clearly saw a man murdered on national television. And then they find every excuse that they can to not put the murderer behind bars. So R.I.P. to Mike Brown and his family. And it's crazy that all of this happened, like, well, with all the stuff that's going on in Charlottesville, Virginia, it's damn near the same day that white supremacists killed. I shouldn't say white supremacists, but
White power.
yeah, they murdered Mike Brown.
I'm so glad they can't kill on the floor.
Anyway, since somebody's hating on me and my
White power.
fidget spinner. Next story. Chattanooga's favorite son was back in the news. Mr. Raymond.
Man, you finna talk about that shit.
Yes, Mr. Raymond is now saying that he is not herpes simplex 10 positive. Him and Mr. Victor Maitland didn't have nothing to do with each other.
Who?
Victor Maitland. You remember that from Beverly Hills Cop?
Right.
You see Mr. Victor Maitland, please?
Shit.
Anyway, so
Yeah.
Usher.
I think I got it.
Anyway, Usher is now preparing a case so he can sue his accusers and the media outlets that have said that he has herpes.
BET been blasting, so they finna get sued.
If he don't have it, he got the right to sue all of them. I hope you win, man. I hope BET is UET.
I hope you burn them all.
Man.
Really?
A little pun. I hope you burn them all.
Let it burn. Feeling ain't the same in your body.
Oh no, don't do that.
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. Anyway, all right. Next story. Usain Bolt, the Jamaican track runner, was beaten by University of Tennessee's own product, Justin Gatlin,
And that motherfucker.
last week.
Yeah. I think my neighbors think I'm selling dope. I think the neighbors think I'm selling dope. That motherfucker used to do PEDs, man. So I'm just waiting for the shoe to drop.
Who, talking about Justin Gatlin?
Yes, sir.
Well, no, he got put out. He got suspended by the International Track Federation for like 2-3 years.
Yeah, then all of a sudden, at your advanced age, you gonna beat this younger dude.
Well, I
I think
don't
the
know.
neighbors think I'm selling dope.
Usain Bolt is not that young though. Like he's had a 12.
He's
to
younger
14.
than Justin Gatlin's ass.
Is he? No, I don't think they about the same age.
I think the neighbors think I'm selling dope.
I think they about the same. I think we just know more about Justin Gatlin because he's been on like in television longer. Anyway, Justin Gatlin beat Usain Bolt after years and years and years of trying in Usain Bolt's last race, his retirement race. But the crazy part is, both of them at the advanced ages in terms of sports that they are, still ran under 10 seconds for that 100-meter dash.
Justin Gatlin got too many question marks, man. I'm a UT person, man. I'm a alumnus. But,
Hey, I'm giving him the benefit. I mean, shit, you can pump all the steroids you want in me. I'm not going to get close to 10 seconds for 100 meters. It's going to be ugly for your boy.
I guess the neighbors think I'm selling dope.
I mean, that's
Right.
man.
Right. That nigga ain't beat him before, but that nigga, we high.
I would like to see it in person though.
Motherfucker, we high.
I mean, well, like, okay, Justin Gatlin has been getting closer and closer and closer and closer over the last couple of years, right?
That lab in his backyard.
But anyway.
Yes, the neighbors think I'm selling dope.
You got something? We gonna go to my nigga of the week, and we gonna do 2 topics this evening because I gotta get some shit off my chest.
And this week I don't. After all the tumultuous bullshit, I ain't nobody I can give it to. I can give it to UFC dude that was smoking reefer with Snoop after he did his fight. He smokes reefer. He smoked reefer with Snoop after his fight.
Really, that's
Ain't
your
no lie.
nigga of the week. What's
I
his
mean,
name?
I didn't even look at dude's name. I was just tripping. I just wanted to see dude smoking reefer with Snoop. Who is this dude?
UFC. That's
Yeah,
my
but
nigga.
the writer that did the article said, yeah, man, I came in out the fight, he just on me a joint. Wow. Now, we talking about the UFC dude, not Snoop. Wow. You know what I'm saying? So, I have nobody. Ain't nobody worthy. You white supremacists, let's get all these niggers. White power. I'm going to take off my skin, be white.
Alright, so that his joking leads me into the next. I guess it's gonna be our topic, because I know y'all have had to see on the news and on social media in the past couple of days. In Charlottesville, Virginia, the alt-right decided they were gonna have a conference, rally. They're gonna bring all the alt-right members from across the country all together.
With their tiki torches.
And holding my hand up like this.
Which, by the way, I thought a tiki torch was a tradition by someone else.
The Hawaiians, they got tiki torches, but they had those citronella candles.
So what are they, Polynesian?
You know they made citronella candles on
Yeah, but tiki is actually a god. Yeah. So basically, when you burn a tiki torch, you were paying homage to a Polynesian god.
But they don't
That's
know.
what it's for.
They don't know. You know what I'm saying? They're white and they're all powerful.
I mean, you know, it is what it is.
That's their tiki torch.
You know, they doing what they feel like is correct.
Man.
Alright, so anyway, if you've been watching, there was one fatality where someone took a car and ran into a crowd of people. And of the two people that were in the car, one of them happened to be from Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Hey, move in. Chattanooga shine.
Somebody called you Uncle Ruckus, and that is fitting right now. Anyway,
hey man, it's just jokes, people. God damn it! So it's just jokes. Who called me Uncle Ruckus? It's me, no hell.
Shalonda Long.
Shalonda, I'm just playing, sweetheart. Thank you for watching.
So
just jokes, man, just jokes.
So anyway, like I'm gonna let y'all get it off your chest first, cause I didn't tell my co-host that we was gonna talk about this, cause it kind of just came up, and
it's breaking news. Man.
Yeah, it's breaking news, but like I want to really like get my thoughts and feelings out here. That's why I haven't commented on social media. But
you go ahead, Queen, cause I don't want to be called goddamn coon and shit in a minute after my little jokes.
She was joking.
Yeah, okay. You go ahead and.
She took it as a joke.
Give me a spiel. I can't
He's so sensitive. He'll be okay.
I'm a Capricorn. I can't help you.
So I got a lot of mixed emotions on it. First of all, I want to say condolences to the family that they lost some people. Was it 3 people?
I thought it was 3 people that died.
It was 3?
Three people, and I know some people injured. You know, but those
it was.
I've never seen the still because it's a black dude that was flipping behind. He midway in the air out like for real.
Yeah, anyway. I've seen pictures. I know it's a video out there. I don't want to watch the video, but I've seen pictures.
And it's pretty.
Yeah, I mean yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, what is happening is not a resolution. It's nothing but anger that's being spilled out, and which is understandable anger on one side, but now after I guess hearing and doing my own research and looking into the story, these people went to have a rally based on what was his name, General
Robert E. Lee. They were taking the statue down
because they're calling the liberals think that it should be taken down because he's considered racist or whatever. Okay, so they rallying, saying, hey, this is our heritage, this is our history, we should keep it, yada yada yada. Well, some people found out about it. Now they had this rally, so they had a permit to do this. They had permission to do this. It wasn't just like they just woke up one morning and decided to go down there. They planned this and they went down there. Was it right? No. but they did. So people wasn't happy about it. So when you go to a party uninvited, and you go uninvited knowing that you're an enemy, what do you expect?
They don't care. You see, they had on hard helmets and pretty much riot gear with them.
Now I get
So
the
they knew what
anger
they
and all of that
expected.
stuff, but that's what are we solving?
They're not. That's their way of thinking. That it should be an all-white race, and that this foundation was made on all-white people, where they were the motherfuckers that invaded, but they don't understand that. They want to dilute history. But go ahead. You finish with them.
I'm that's where I'm at with it. I think this whole thing is stupid. It's stupid. I mean, that's all I can say about it. Is it's stupid. I don't understand it because it shouldn't have had to go that route.
But it's sad because
It is.
your boy 45 is empowered.
I mean,
empowered.
what
And
do
he's
you
not coming out
exactly? That's
and
why I say, what do
condemn
you expect? He's
white
condoned
supremacists.
this since day one.
So-
since he said he was gonna run it for president.
And the guy came out and said, the reason we're out because...
To me, he condones it just being who he is because he
Well,
is a product of.
He spit the rhetoric in his damn campaign speech. And now that he's the commander-in-chief, they feel empowered to do whatever the hell they want to. Now they want to come out. But people just don't realize they just don't have sheets on now.
Yeah. They've been around.
Yes.
This has been going on.
But he's empowered them to just come out and say what you want. But they don't realize they're going to get their hands fucked up. I mean,
Okay, I'm gonna start giving my thoughts and what I feel about it.
it's a sad state.
That's true, Shalonda.
My thought is, well, okay, just looking at some facts. If you look at it, there's an obvious lack of police presence, right? Because what happened in Baltimore when, what's his name, Walter Scott was killed, the police had tanks, they were arm in arm going down the street with shields, clearing everybody out, right? However, in Charlottesville, Virginia, the judge says that they have a right to protest. So you have a right to put, like, I've been looking at some of the images, man, and it reminds me of the images that we used to see from the 60s.
Yeah.
It reminds me of images when you see black people lynched. You know what I mean? Like when they used to have picnics, when they go pick a nigga and go kill him and go lynch him, that's what they used to come with those torches and with those hoods on and with those, all of this same shit. And we think things haven't changed. Like, have you seen the picture of the little baby that's standing in front of the black
That's an old
cop?
picture. I was telling him, yeah, that's an old picture.
Okay.
But it still stands true today.
It's still the same thing.
Sorry, I don't condone kicking a baby, but you got that white sheet on, I'm gonna kick you, punch your ass like a football.
Anyway, two questions that really came up in my head when I'm watching this whole thing is, why aren't these people considered a hate group?
Yeah, that's the debate right now.
Why aren't they considered a hate group? And then the other question is, why aren't these considered hate crimes? Because if a Muslim person had done the exact same thing and run their car through a crowd of people,
Oh, it'd be damn.
exactly. You hear about it's terrorism. It's terror. People of color have been domestic terrorists in this country for over 400 years. Victims of domestic terrorism in this country for over 400 years. However, because the majority are the people that are committing the terrorist acts, it's not called terrorism.
No.
Why isn't the KKK considered a terrorist group?
Because they rule the world.
No, I don't think they rule the world.
It'd be all that.
Because I'm not giving them they rule the world. I feel like, yeah, they got a lot of influence in the United States of America. And yeah, you're right, Shalonda. Simply, they're white. The white crowd, big cuz, what up? You're right. It is white supremacy, 1,000%. And the narrative we watched the narrative change. We watched the language change. How many times do we have to continue to do that, man? I mean, to me, I'm tired. I'm frustrated with it. And like what you said, the people that went up there to counter the protest, like, what did they expect? I think they knew what they expected.
Yeah, it was anger. That's why they went. It was anger. I'm not knocking the anger though.
I don't even think it was just anger. I mean, because at some point you have to have those people that are gonna stand against people that we know are wrong.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure. Actually, they didn't do anything wrong. Well, from what I saw, most of them didn't do anything wrong. I'm sure that some people went up there with ill intent. However, you gotta have somebody that's willing to stand in the face of this evil that's rising up. And what, I'm finna get out my soapbox. I've read my Twitter feed. I've read Facebook, other kinds of social media, and you can see senators and congressmen, former presidents, a lot of people are saying, this is clearly racism and we got to get away from this as a country. However, we have a president, the Cheeto in charge, Trouble Thin Skin himself, when he was asked to denounce white supremacy, turned his back and walked away from the reporter. Basically. I mean, and then you have somebody like
So you
David
cannot
Duke.
tell me that you expect this man to denounce him. He did exactly what I expected him to do.
God damn it.
Yeah.
David Duke even came out for the shit yesterday.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's what I'm about to get. David Duke said Trump has empowered us to take America back. And we don't hear him denouncing David Duke saying this ain't the America that I want. That's not what Trump says. But so obviously, what does that mean?
He'll tweet about everybody else going out the middle.
Yeah, the two people that you don't, the two things you don't hear him talk about. You don't hear him talk bad about Russia, and you don't hear him talk bad about the alt-right or the white supremacists.
Right.
You just don't hear it for whatever reason. Probably because he's really like embedded with them. And this is a huge divisive blow to the country. And I hope that it has the opposite reaction of what they are intending. However, I don't know. After 400 years of watching this, I can't honestly say or think that things are going to be that much different. We got a phone call.
Did the show freeze up?
No.
You on right now. What up, homie?
We got Dino Brown.
I can't hear nothing, so I'm gonna just listen while she got the phone on.
All right.
Okay.
So thank you, colored man.
Yeah. So we got a false alarm on the call in side of the game. All right. Our main topic for the evening is a question that I have been asking. And something I've been thinking very hard about. We all know the story and what's happened with Colin Kaepernick, right? And I've saved this magazine for a reason. Just because, probably till the day I die, I'm gonna have that magazine. But the question is, should we as a black community boycott the NFL?
Man, I'm gonna tell you right now. It's
Hey,
hard
can
for
I
me.
jump in on that real quick?
You can go right ahead.
Go ahead.
Uncle Ben.
Alright, check it out. If we boycott the NFL, that's all that's gonna really happen is us boycott. It ain't really gonna change anything from my perspective. Because you still gonna have the people that got the money, that got them season tickets, that's a different color than us, that's still gonna go. What need to happen is the NFL, or not even the NFL, but black athletes as a whole need to stand up for the right.
Exactly.
And say that they're not going to accept it. You see what I'm saying? When we take ourselves out of the equation because we make the sports themselves and what we watch, we are the entertainment. Once we remove ourselves, quit thinking about our money and our brand, and deem that our people need more respect, and we're not going to stand for it, and if more of them stand up, then the owners and things might change how they act because they need us. But they not going to do it.
Man, okay, look. Hold up, D. Hold up, D. Hold up. All right, so I do agree with you in part. However, I feel like as the common man, somehow we have to have the ability to put pressure on the people that are in control of the NFL, right? And the only way that we can do that is by lack of viewership. It's about 17 million black households in the United States, right? On any given Sunday, out of those 17 million households, you have about 14 million, it's like 12 million that watch the NFL. So out of that 12 million, it's 33 million households that watch the NFL on Sunday.
But can I count that?
So, hold on. If you taking 12 million views away from this 33 million, that's chopping them basically at the knees. That's a third of your viewership is gone, which means a third of your sponsorship is gone. But go ahead.
They were not watching. People were protesting last year because of him, and not watching. That's why they were. And they did a poll. That's why ratings were down last year. So my thing is, the players, if they want to make a stand, hey, you take these motors out these games, they'll suffer some rating dips. It'll be like the replacements. It'll be just
I
like
think it's not. It's more of just boycotting the NFL. I think that we should boycott the advertisers.
Shalonda just said that exact same thing.
Because it's a bigger thing, and I agree that the players should stand up and not, because at this point, like, when is enough going to be enough? At what point do you not? Why not? Like to me, this is the perfect time to boycott.
Yeah.
And Beast Mode sat down and he said he'd been doing it, but there's some conflicting stories about your boy. But I think he just started doing sitting down.
Well,
he
no,
sat down yesterday.
There was an article that said he has sat down for most of the national anthems.
They got him a picture of him at the Super Bowl when he was in Seattle.
Yeah,
standing up. So
I'm not gonna say he did it all the time. I'm just saying like it.
To me, if you continue to play and you continue to support the NFL, then you are part of the problem, because you are saying that my money is my money. It don't have nothing to do with you, and you. I still go out on this field and I make my money. Or, you know what I'm saying, I still live my life comfortably, or whatever the case may be. If you are just an average person like me and you sitting at home watching football every Monday night, Thursday night, and Sunday night, then you are just as bad, because you're saying that what they're doing to Colin and whoever else they may have the opportunity to do it to is okay.
Yeah.
And at one point, do we get tired and say, no, enough is enough? And if this is our way of doing it, NFL, how much money do they make in a year?
Billions. It's probably close to $1 trillion.
And
once you add up jersey sales and all that stuff.
Boycotting in 1 year, of course, is not going to make a big effect. But it will get the conversation going, and then it will be something that will have to keep going. It may not happen this year, may not happen next year. But I believe if we continue it, then something will happen. Something got to give, y'all. And I feel like we are part of the problem if we continue to contribute to it. Because you contribute to it by watching it.
Right. Now, see, somebody brought up something earlier in another group that I was in, and they said that if Colin Kaepernick had won more games and been more of a influence to the 49ers, he would still have a job.
Oh man, get the fuck out of here! Hold on.
Look at his stats from last year. I had this argument with my coworker.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
That's what they were talking about.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Because they said they brought up that, like, for instance, if and it is a black and white thing, because I know what you're finna get to. Because see, if
I wasn't even finna get to that.
If Tom Brady, okay, because they said like if LeBron James would have done something that was high value to the team, then you know, they probably would have swept it under the rug and not said anything and not benched them or nothing like that. Which, it kind of, yeah and no. You know what I'm saying? Because Colin Kaepernick is better than a lot of other players that they got playing.
You got that right.
He better than Cutler that just got the job in Miami.
Right. And you know, we can't knock somebody for their preference. But what I am gonna knock them for is how they crucify that man for sitting down because of the injustice that's going on. Alright? That's what I'm mad at.
Exactly.
I'm not mad that he don't have a job because they feel like he's not going to be productive on the field. I'm mad because they crucifying this man for sitting down.
And he's done nothing. He ain't beat nobody's ass. He ain't shot nobody. He ain't doing no dope.
And then he got criminals telling him how to act.
Yeah.
And his son just got indicted on his sexual, his rape
charge.
charge.
Hold on. I want to read some of these comments right here. Eric Long said, thank you for watching, Eric. I don't know if I see your name come up. He said, he is correct. Stop watching the NFL. We have to hit their pockets. Period. Everybody being punks. Everybody being punks. Thank you for saying that. He said, we have the power.
We got all the power, but we rather get in our comfort because that's our comfort zone.
Exactly.
And also, like I said, the ones that's out there playing, they still getting paid. So you know what I'm saying? That's punk. That's a straight up punk.
And then B said, when you boycott, create an alternative.
Create an alternative.
Dude, I'm all with that. Like personally, when they did the NFL,
bring the XFL back.
The NBA. Remember the NBA went on strike. I really wanted the players to create their own league at that point.
You got the big three right now with them, which Ice Cube is ripping up the charts with them. And he ripping up the charts with it. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. Let me read this last comment from Shalonda Long. She said, well, not being devil's advocate, but if we stop placing so much emphasis on dudes getting out the hood by holding the ball, so the owners knowing that black folk needing the money and using the men as studs, the NFL would have to treat black men better.
But it's on the black men too. You know what I'm saying?
I think she's saying that we as a community would stop placing the emphasis. I mean, because like in all honesty, she 1000% right.
But as a community, we're not the same.
Dude,
you know what I'm saying? It's the lack of that male presence in the house. Male
presence or not, our emphasis, whether you got a mother or a father in the house or both or just one, our emphasis needs to be on alternative forms outside of being on the slave block. I mean, education used to be the key. However, now education is being downplayed.
Education being watered down.
Yeah, I mean, but watered down or not, it's still an escape from the hood. And you can always get the knowledge that you need to sustain yourself once you get to once you learn how to read and write for yourself and do arithmetic, I guess is what you want to say. You got the ability to go learn as much as you can. All right, so next question I'm gonna ask, right? Now that all of this stuff about Colin Kaepernick is out there, and we got people cooning for the money, and we got people, saying all kind of stuff, and this dude has done absolutely nothing wrong. What message are we sending to our children? What message are we sending the kids with this? What's going on with Colin Kaepernick?
You shut the hell up, but you go rape that bitch and beat somebody's ass or that girl's ass, and you still get a job.
I was reading a post where I want to say it was you. I don't know if you're still watching Cotty, but I think it was you. You put a post up about your daughter asking you, why should she have to pledge to the flag? You can't tell me these kids don't have these questions because it's all over the media. And even if they don't openly ask the question, they're asking themselves, and you know what I'm saying?
But you allow these motherfuckers come over here, these alt-right mothers with the Nazi flag, which we fought in World War II against.
We fought the Civil War.
Exactly. They still but y'all letting them come over here with these motherfucking flags and they're over.
Right. I mean, it's crazy, but it all goes back to them being punk. punk ass. Like, you straight up being punks because you are so right. Even if we can't get our shit together, what about the kids and what they watching? Like, at least set the platform for them. You know what I'm saying? At least if we don't see the change, we've set the platform for them to continue to know that this ain't right.
Yeah.
And we need to stand up for what's right.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't even standing up for what's right because football is comfortable. I spent some time in Texas a couple of weeks ago, and my brother D, he cooked for me, and he cooked so good. It was so good, and you know how you walk in the house and you got that smell going on. Well, for me, when I walked in the house and I had that smell going on, the only thing that was missing was football on TV. That was it. It would have burned me straight to 100% comfort zone. You know what I'm saying? That good feeling, that feeling that, you know what I'm saying? Everything's gonna be alright. All of that. So I get it. I love football. I was telling somebody, my granddaddy, a lot of you know, Pastor Gilbert, he used to preach around football. The Cowboys gonna play at such and such time. We gonna be out of church at such and such time. You better believe we was out of church at such and such time so we can get home and watch the Cowboys. So I get it. Like, I get the love, but at some point, when do you attempt to care and stand up?
Yeah.
Like, come on now with the BS.
Go ahead, D.
I have something to say. I just want to say thank you for the compliment on the food that I prepared for you. I really do feel.
And they cut box of eggs all week.
You felt that way about that.
Box of eggs all week. Box of old eggs.
Yeah, so two-time, y'all have to come down here to eat something because you still look like a 14-year-old.
That's good. And I ain't mad at me looking like a goddamn 14-year-old at this age, motherfucker.
Hold on.
Anyway.
Let's get back on the subject. All right. So, hey, you brought it up. If we don't unify over this, I mean, we seeing Charlottesville. We're seeing the anniversary of Mike Brown's death. All of this stuff is going on. If we don't unify over something as small as football, or not even football, like, still support your kids on Friday night. Still support your college teams on Saturday. Yeah. But if we don't come together as something as simple as not watching the NFL, when will we ever come together? If this isn't the right time, when is the right time?
I've said that about various other topics and situations in the past. It'll be interesting. That's all. It's hard. It's hard to say that. And I feel what you're saying. When are we going to unite?
Somebody made a comment about how the gays are more stronger than even not only the black community, but the whole community in itself. Like, the gays are stronger, and so they've already bowed out to not do football and, you know what I'm saying, other certain events and stuff like that.
They can do their orgies and shit at that time.
Oh, goodness. But I'm just saying, like, it's crazy that...
Shalonda Taylor brings up a good point. Shalonda Long, I'm sorry. She said there's a major lack of black people not caring, not because they don't care, but because they feel a sense of frustration and where they don't feel like they can make a change. And I 1000% concur with that.
But the NBA players have a bigger platform and they won't get in trouble. Because what they did with Donald Sterling, the Clippers turning out their jerseys.
Man, they should have
never
played that game.
They should.
The Clippers should have walked off the fucking court on that game.
Everything around you, Doc.
I mean,
they wasn't gonna give up their money.
Man, cash or not, do you know how much Donald Sterling, despite the fact he couldn't walk in that stadium, still got paid from having a sold out stadium?
I understand.
He got paid from all the popcorn that was sold, all the jerseys that was sold.
Mentality.
Dude, man, their mentality is wrong. Then I just go ahead and say it. It's wrong in the
because they should have. I feel that stand, but they didn't. They just turned their shits inside out.
Dwayne Crowder said it takes one mind to move. Look, I agree with you. However, I feel like it takes one to stand up and bring others with them to become that one mind. So, I mean, because right now we got to start from the very basics in the very beginning. Because we've been programmed, processed, beat down, broken down, and whatever kind of disconnect you could think of for so long that when it comes to us standing up, we're scared to even stand up in a way that is completely non-threatening, i.e. cutting your motherfucking television off.
Right.
You know, so it takes a kind of a
cut the
steamroller
TV off and get the family together that you was gonna have over there to watch the football game and go outside and play football game.
About that, man, it's.
And Felicia said it's not gonna be until it hits home, and I mean, unfortunately, that I don't know how much closer to home it got to get for
I
us
know,
to feel
like
it.
how close do we have to get to home? How close do we have to get to Charlottesville?
I only got with some chat, so it's close to home.
Yeah, that's home. that ain't just close. And we got white supremacists, flag toting, rednecks
I
living
saw a
right
meme
here.
that said it had a picture of back in like the 60s. It was a riot. It was the police beating up on somebody, and they was saying, if you was wondering what you would have done back in the 60s, you're doing it now.
No. True. True. I mean, but see, like, that's why I'm grateful for this platform that we have, because I feel like it don't take us getting out into the street. It's little things that we each individually can do that's gonna make a difference. And just the fact that, you know, personally, I don't want to ever feel like I'm scared to get on here and talk about what really needs to be talked about.
Yeah.
Right? And I don't want anybody to be scared to comment whatever it is they want to comment with this show. Anyway, I'm gonna go to the last question, because we've been on for about an hour now. And this last question.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
I'll answer the question though.
The last question is: when will we as a people start choosing principle over money?
We should start getting close to the home,
When
man.
it gets close to home.
That's been lost for so long.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, and
even when it hit close to home, they gonna second guess
Yeah, they
it.
gonna say, yeah, man, fuck this shit, man, for real? Oh, hell no, no.
Even when it hit close, man, that's a that you can't even. I don't even think you allowed to ask that question at this moment. We gonna have to go.
Can I get this response right here?
was it?
Oh, damn.
He got a Chuck computer.
Yeah, no, my shit, my volume.
Oh, there you go.
But yeah, that's a tough one right there. It's not even tough. It's complicated because
and this. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you
you
off.
got selfish people, and it's unfortunate and it's sad that we live in a selfish society. And at the end of the day, I don't care if you my blood brother, you my friend since kindergarten, you my auntie that's 89 years old. You better believe auntie 89 years old, she gonna get hers. Because at the end of the day, it's about auntie that 89 years old. You know what I'm saying? So that's the tough one. I think you got some people that'll be willing.
And I'm gonna
but
tell
you got the majority that ain't.
I'm gonna tell you why I really have an issue with that, right? Because, hold on, I'm finna give y'all an example. If you look at these little pieces of paper right here, I got a 1 and I got a 5, right?
Yeah, let me hold
You're
that.
rich, nigga.
Let me hold that.
How much does it actually cost to print one of these? And what's the difference in the ink for this one and the ink for this one?
Man, I've always said how we in deficit and we can print our own money.
I mean, dude,
How we broke, we print our own goddamn money, but
hold up. There is honestly no difference in the cost of making these up. It's what you were taught to perceive this one's value versus this one, right?
So
but hold on. I asked the question: when we gonna choose principle over money, right? And in answering that question, like once we start to understand our power doesn't lie in something that they print up and give off to us, our power lies in us standing up and understanding that we actually have power. That's when we gonna start seeing a change. Until we realize that these two things right here ain't worth but 5 cents to print up. And it's only worth something because somebody told you it's what it is. That's when we gonna start actually seeing a difference.
So you want to answer your original question? When we gonna learn?
I think once we start realizing that the government itself dictates how much money that we're supposed to get anyway. And they only allow us to have a certain amount of money. Because if you look at it, how do we go in debt as a country when we print our own money?
Exactly, man. That's what I just said, man. Well, how? If that's 10 cents to make, man, I'm balling. I'm balling. We ain't in debt.
Exactly. I mean, we should.
I can make that in a minute, man. You need that?
Yeah.
I got that for you. You know, just like you talk to your boy on the street, I got that, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But
Come on, man.
I'm saying, hold on. Let's bring it back to us as a people. As a people, once we start realizing that this really has no value, the value is really up here, and what you put out in terms of your energy and your effort in terms of work, that's when we gonna start seeing people stand up on principle as opposed to just following the cash.
What you ain't gonna see, man. Too many of them they need that money. And that's what most of these people been taught on the outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but no, that we get taught that. But I'm saying, like, for us, we gotta get past it, man. Somehow, some way, we gotta get past choosing money over principle. Because at some point in time, I'll venture to say all of us watching, all of us sitting here at this table have chosen money over something that we know we should have got up and left behind. And it when it happens, you know, it's like, damn, you got that feeling in your gut, like I should have walked out. I should have done this. I should have done. We got to get to the point where we do that instead of shoulda, woulda, coulda our way through it. And that's the same thing with this. What we talking about with the NFL, the NBA, all of this stuff, man. Like, we got to start choosing principle over the bullshit that we get fed. Anyway, y'all got some more. Go ahead.
That's very true. That's very true. I think there's some that do, and there's a majority that don't. I'm gonna say that because I think, for me myself, I chose principle over money a long time ago.
You know.
And my life could have went a different way. So that's what I'm gonna say. I chose principle.
I guess I've been so quiet.
Somebody head over for being on my truck.
All right, sir.
Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, I'm gonna holler at y'all.
All right.
These two kind of intertwine together because what happened yesterday, what's been going on. I mean, they kind of have the same underlying tone. You know what I'm saying? But I still need time to digest. It's still fresh. Yesterday's still fresh. You know what I'm saying? And I want to see the after effects of what's just went on. Will it wake some people up? Or we just gonna stand, or people just gonna be by regardless? Oh yeah, after a few days, oh we got name.
I think it's just gonna be the normal protest.
After a few days, it's just gonna die the hell down, and you know, give it 2 weeks. Department of Justice, your boy Jefferson Beauregard. Oh, we're gonna investigate. But behind the scenes, I really feel he's like, damn, I wish I was there.
I mean, this is part of the reason why I brought this up, is boycotting the NFL. I don't think that the NFL is the only thing that should be boycotted.
I agree.
And I think that's the way that we should show our protest.
You're right.
By boycotting a lot of things that we encounter every day, all day, 24/7. We don't have to just like cut cold turkey, you know, for real.
Excluding the NFL, everybody's got convenient on that shit. They don't give a damn. Just like you said, it's more stuff. They've gotten too convenient.
What's gotten too convenient?
The people.
Well, yeah.
You know, I feel what you're saying, but they still don't go to that other person. Right.
I can still run down here to Dollar Tree.
You know what I'm saying?
And buy the made from China shit, and you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I was going through a We Buy Black website the other day and was amazed at how many products that you can buy at a very cheap price. Like, I was just amazed. Especially if you buy in bulk.
Well, that Donald Trump tired, damn Chuck. Bring that shit up.
But I mean, I really do believe that the only way that a lot of this is because that will be principle. To me, that will be choosing principle over money when you start boycotting these companies and these people that advertise the NFL or you know what I'm saying, or whoever sponsored that rally. And you know what I'm saying, whoever, because it's always some money behind something, and somebody owns something. You know what I'm saying? So like, come on with the game. That's
but
the way
here's the thing, and it's sad to say. Just like somebody said, we need to boycott the sponsors, Coke and Pepsi. Some of us will be like, okay, I'm not drinking Coke and Pepsi, but they'll drink their products and won't even realize, well, but you said Coke and Pepsi. Come on, man.
You got water out there that's made by Coke and Pepsi.
You got different other sodas that are made by Coke and Pepsi. Energy drinks. I mean, come on, man. Whatever, but yeah.
I just feel like at this point, that's how we are going to come to some type of. We're going to see some light at the end of the tunnel to some type of resolution where we can each come together and compromise, or if not compromise, go our separate ways. I ain't mad at either one, but I feel like that's what we're going to have to do. We can't keep going out here fighting people, and you know what I'm saying. And
we don't have the manpower or the resources to go to war with our true enemy.
Yeah,
right
I mean, it's not gonna.
You know where that's gonna come from? Because. And I've been saying this the past few days, even before yesterday. The way your boy want to eradicate the crime and we want the Department of Justice to crack down on all this, the draft going to be reinstituted without giving a fucks about your criminal background.
Right.
You want to shoot, we're going to send your ass over there, boy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And these boys, everybody better get ready. Anyway, we're straying away from the topic, man. I'm glad we're not on that, man. I'm just, this week has been just trying.
Yeah, I mean, but, dude, that's what's so frustrating about this new president that we got. Every week is something different. Every week is something, like, I thought what happened with Paul Manafort was huge until the weekend came.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought what happened with them kicking in a campaign manager's door, the FBI, from an official search warrant signed by a federal judge. I thought that was a huge story until Charlottesville, Virginia came up. All right. That being said, we're going to go ahead and wrap this show up, man. We thank y'all for tuning in with us. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.
Like and share the video. Tell your friends about us if you've been enlightened, enjoyed the conversation. Got in on the conversation because a lot of people, you know, had a lot to say this evening, and we thank you for your attention that you've given us. All right. That being said, Queen, you got some shout outs, and stay with us because I'm gonna wrap everything up at the end.
Shout out to the boys. Shout out, Chris got a new job this week, y'all.
Yeah.
He did. He's no longer at the chicken
12-hour days, working them.
Shout out, guess who came to see me yesterday? Ryan.
RGB.
He came to see me and he was spending time with me and he was loving on me. Y'all jealous, ain't you?
No, because I was parasailing and jet skiing. But go ahead, I'm sorry.
Did you pee?
Did I pee?
Wait a minute, man.
No, I didn't pee in the air.
You should have.
I would have.
No. I didn't really have to pee.
You was too scared. He probably should have shit it in there.
So what's
we got Snickers coming from the air.
The niggas dropping chocolate.
Is that a Fifth Avenue?
That's $100,000 bar.
Yeah.
What's your shout out, Square?
To the aforementioned RGB, my dude. To my boy Daryl and his company, the Chattanooga Barber and Beauty Supply. Go check them out. And to all my working people out there, it's another week. We're here. Let's get it.
Do y'all sell Apogee at the Chattanooga Barber and Beauty Supply?
Well, okay.
Apogee is a hair conditioning treatment. I need some of it in my life.
We're just gonna check them out.
Alright. I'm gonna wrap it up with my shout outs. And I only got one shout out this week. I gotta shout out my girl TT Jenkins.
TT Jenkins' birthday!
She turned 1 year old on the 10th, right?
TT Jenkins.
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 TT Jenkins. Alright, so
shout out to G Baby too.
Yeah,
that was
G.
the year.
Hold on, because I'm finna get into that. Because I'm gonna end the show with this. Because you know, I feel like we kind of beat the topics up well enough. About a year ago today, when the day TT Jenkins was born, Miley Sinclair is her name. That's her real name. The day she was born, and this is my play daughter that had the baby. I drove her to the hospital that morning. After I got off of work, went up to go see her. Everything was good. Get back home, get a phone call. Her son, who is 3 years old, was shot. While she's in the baby, in the hospital, no, he was 2. While she's in the baby in the hospital having another baby, her child that's alive gets shot. And the Queen and I had to go up there and basically talk her down from getting up out the hospital bed because she had a C-section. It would have been everything all over everything.
She just had that baby that day in the C-section that day. She couldn't get up and walk at all. So,
I just want to let TT Jenkins, Baby G, and Cornisha Palmer know, I love y'all. I'm proud of y'all. I'm glad that y'all have fought and made it to this point because they're all three doing very well right now. And in terms of us as a people, that's the mentality that we have to have. Through all adversity, we gotta fight to continue to rise. I don't care what it is. I don't care who you are, whatever adversity that you're facing. You, we, I, you, me, however you want to say it, we got to get together and start becoming more than what everybody tells us that we are. Because it's easy to buy into the lie. And at this point in time, we know what the lie looks like. We know what it sounds like. We know how uncomfortable it is. It's time for us to stand up on some truth.
Yeah. At some point we gotta be tired of this.
Yeah. We were kings and queens. Mm-hmm. We were rulers of nations. We were self-sufficient. Mm-hmm. We were everything under the sun that you could think of.
With the land.
Yeah, and we gotta get back to being those people. We got to get back to being that type of culture. And in order to do that, we as a community got to come together. That's all I got for y'all this evening. We appreciate y'all for watching, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you for your comments. Like and share the video.
Like and share.
Love y'all. Y'all be good to each other. Don't hurt nobody this week.
Thank you.
Let's be careful out there for this week.
Yeah.
Maybe next week.
Maybe next week. You can hurt somebody. Not this week, though.
Hold out.
Hold out. Just a little while. Thank you, Felicia Cotton, for your work with the camera. Don't wave at me. I see you back there.
I was just noticing this table. I always thought it was an end table.